Hello, and welcome to Meaningful Souls by April, a safe space for all souls and all energies seeking guidance, clarity, healing, and spiritual connection through tarot and intuition. These readings are not gender specific, are timeless and general, and are for entertainment purposes only. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and become part of the Meaningful Souls family. Now let's get into your reading today. Hello, and this reading is for Taurus. Taurus, I got a message from Spirit saying don't worry about your finances. Everything will be coming together. This reading's for Taurus. So my readings start off with a general reading. The first row, it will be your past. The second row will be your present. And your third row will be your future. And then I'll pull from your outcome. 2 for your outcome. Taurus. This is just a general reading. And then I will do a love reading. And then I'll pull some oracle cards for a message from Spirit. And then I have a message I wrote down for you. And then we are going to do my yes or no board with the pendulum. And then I'll be able to give you yes or no answers to your questions. What would you like to tell Taurus? Okay. All right, 2 for their outcome. All right. All right. So you got the Moon card in your past, the 7 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So you put a lot of love into a certain situation, but you were very conflicted with in your mind, or this person was conflicted, or you have a job that you're conflicted about. You'd kind of like to move on from, but you're not really sure what direction to go in. So for your present, you got the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. So you're going to try to take a leap of faith, and whatever you decide is going to work into your favor because you've got the Ace of Wands. And then the 8 of Pentacles is that you're a very hard worker. No matter what you do, you put a lot into situations, friendships, family. You have certain friends that you've had for a very, very long time, and you're always there to help them if they need a hand. And you have a lot of passion behind you, whether it's career-based or a relationship. You really put yourself and divulge fully. 7 of Swords you got for your future, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. So it looks like you might be juggling a little bit, and you feel kind of like you don't know if you've made the right decision or if you're on the right path at this moment, Taurus. But it looks like you're going to make a wise decision, no matter what it is. And you're going to find that career or that lover that you've been looking for. And then you got the Queen of Swords and the Sun. The Queen of Swords, she's constantly in her head. She thinks a lot. She wants to make sure she makes the right decision with whatever she does. She's very assertive. And so I think that you've taken on the role of Aquarius, where you kind of Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. I think more like an Aquarius. And so I think that you are thinking more like an Aquarius, and you're like in your head, and that happens. But you got the Sun card in your outcome. The Sun card is the most happiest card in the deck. So you are going to make the right decisions. whatever's going to make you happy in the end is what you're going to follow. So that will be your general reading. And then we're going to do a love reading for you, Taurus. What would you like to tell Taurus? What would you like to tell Taurus for their love reading? Taurus for their love reading. Okay, and I'm going to pull 3 from my Romance Angel deck. What would you like to tell Taurus? Spirit. I got say la vie. So, saying goodbye to something. Or, I'm not sure what say la vie means now that I think about it. So, strike that from the record. I love Spirit. It can be funny sometimes. So partying, I think you met somebody at a party or an outing that you went to, and you found out this person wasn't a very good person. They may have had third parties. They may have been like a sneaky link and they were sneaking around behind your back. But you found out about it, which is good. That's the way Spirit does things. But it brought you to some kind of heartbreak. So I'll just kind of show you the cards here. Partying was some kind of form of a celebration. I know that it has words on it, but so it says time with your friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. Then you got the dragonfly at the end, lighthearted and adapting, finding out and changing things, coming to a light and healing. So you seeing this for what it was, it did not bring you any happiness whatsoever. It was like the person was fake and playing a game, and you just were like, I've had enough. I will say Tauruses like structure. They like, if they are in a relationship, they don't want to fool around usually. They usually are looking for that person. This is looking at pictures, missing youth, nostalgia, making new memories. So you're going to start making new memories but the person that you are with kind of brought you down. You need to get out of your head a little bit. Instead of thinking about this, it's time for change. So the person was wearing a mask. You thought they really cared about you and loved you, and it looks like you may have went, or they're drinking a lot, or you were drinking in the situation and really didn't think about what was going on at first. And then you found out in the end that you were just being played. All right, so you got free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So Taurus, it's time to give yourself some self-love and love yourself first. Don't think that you have to be with somebody in order to get that love that you desire, because we can love ourselves. Taking ourselves on a trip, or going and buying ourselves something that we really always wanted, is treating yourself with love, or just being in the moment and being outside. And Tauruses need to be outside because you're an earth sign. So you need to like maybe go out and ground yourself, walk in the grass with your shoes off, or sit in the grass, or, you know, like sunbathe and go lay in the grass, or touch the grass. You know, you might have a towel down and you might be able to touch the grass with your hands, but you need some form of grounding. But that could even be like, you could even go like to a river or a pond. Earth signs are pretty lucky because we don't have one element in the world that we can do, as long as it's something earthbound. New love. A new person stirs your romantic feelings. So you got somebody new coming in, or you're bringing newness to your life. Something that brings you happiness. Let your friends help you. Ask for accept support from others. Sometimes we need to ask our friends questions as far as, well, sometimes maybe we're moving too fast and our friends are like, don't you think you're moving too fast? And you're like, no, I really like this person. But then in the end, your friends are watching your back and they're looking out for your best interest, and they don't want you to get hurt because they know that you can get hurt in this world. So, especially if you're new to dating, or, you know, you've been single for not that long, sometimes our friends are be like, I think you should slow down because you're moving too quick. So, but you do have somebody new coming, some kind of newness coming into your life, whether it's loving yourself, that's new to you, or someone new that's coming into your life that's going to make you feel like you're dancing on sunshine. So you got the wedding card, which is some form of commitment, or being committed to yourself. Sometimes we got to do that, you know, but it's going to bring you pure happiness, and that's what's most important. Okay, so now I'm going to get messages from the universe. Okay, that one wanted to come out. All right, I pulled 3. There you go. And then we're going to do some career and finance. These are a little bit of everything. It might not be completely career, but it could tell you that you need to save the pennies for a rainy day. Maybe you got some form of a celebration coming towards you too, like a graduation party, or a wedding, or something that's coming up that you'll be going to. All right, there's your 3rd card for that one. And now these are Moonology cards, and I'm going to pull from my Moonology cards for you. If anything wants to come out today. Almost got half the deck there. What would you like to tell Taurus? Okay, we're going to take these 2, and then I'll have one. Whoa. Okay, we're going to take this one. You got quite a bit here. But we're only taking 3. All right, from the universe cards, you got release old doubts and fears. You are currently undergoing changes that are necessary for your highest good. They are changes that have been long awaiting. Leave the past where it belongs. It is the past. Trust that everything will fall into place for you in divine timing. One thing I've learned about divine timing is it's not our timing. We might want something to be a quick fix, and it is not in divine timing. It's whenever the divine decides it's your time. But it looks like it's coming soon. Opportunities will soon knock at your door. Debt will be wiped clean, and your bills will be paid in full. Your finances are about to change. So if you had some kind of, let's just say car repair, and it kind of put you in a little bit of a bind, you had savings, but you had to pay for this, it had to be done in order to, get back and forth to work. Well, now is your time that you're going to be able to start saving again and be able to create more of more money for yourself. Or you could be actually wiping out your debt, which is always an amazing thing. All right, your third card from the universe is the past is behind you now, so drop the fears and doubts. Even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at the moment and slightly anxious over what's coming next, you are being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Your recent prayers have been heard and are currently being worked on. So yeah, the divine has heard you. They know that you've been hurting over a certain situation that's happened. Your feelings got hurt, or just not happy where you're at the moment as far as work goes or whatever. The divine has heard you, the universe has heard you, and it's bringing you some kind of form of happiness. Okay, so the financial cards that I got, like I said, not always are they about finances, but you got Guardian Angel. Some higher power protects you from difficult and misfortune. Trust your guardian angels. So if you were in a relationship with something, or a friend or a family member that didn't go so well, or in your business it didn't go very well, we have to go through difficult times or unhappy times, because we would never really know what true happiness is if we always have something great happen to us, so we can get excited about life again. Second card is many choices, opportunities abound. When you are in a dilemma, all roads lead to Rome. Look at all your options. So you got many options at play here. Things are about to change. You're going to make the right decision and head in the right direction for yourself. Evidently, because it says you got gift is your last card from the financial deck that I have. You will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. So, like, if you're in a career that you've been in for a very long time and you're just kind of bored with it, you're going to get created some kind of excitement towards that again. If you're not in a relationship and something is heading towards you, that could be good for you. And if it's a friendship or family member, maybe you're rekindling a friendship with them and you haven't talked to them in a very long time. So something is headed towards you that the universe is gifting you. All right, so you got nothing is set in stone, mutable moon, meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. So you're going to take the right actions, and I think that if you take a little time for yourself, like I said, ground yourself again, go outside, be in the wind or whatever. I think you're going to be able to breathe that in, take a couple deep breaths of fresh, crisp air, And it's going to help you make the decision that you need to make for your highest good. All right, Taurus. This is my board and my pendulum. We're going to do 2 yes or no questions, but I am going to give you your message from Spirit that I wrote down. You got the look. Manifest that schnizzle. Prince, you got the look. Don't forget who you are, Taurus, because you're great people. All right. So now what I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath, pause the video, ask your question, and when you come back to the video, I'll have your answer. Okay, your first question is no. All right, do the same thing. Take a minute, take a deep breath, pause the video, and come back, and I'll give you your answer to your question. So the answer to your second question, Taurus, is yes. Well, that will conclude your reading for today, Taurus. I really appreciate you stopping by and watching your tarot reading with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and also hit the thumbs up. Have a wonderful day. Hello, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed your reading today. I have incorporated some daily affirmations to the end of my video just to help raise your vibration. I am happy within myself. I honor my journey, appreciate my strengths, and embrace every part of who I am. My happiness comes from within, and each day I grow more confident, peaceful, grateful, and deeply connected to my authentic self. And that will conclude your reading for the day, Taurus. Thank you for joining me.